Welcome in. Welcome back to the Cooking Corner. With us today, Jeremy Taylor with Osage Casino, and he brought a really great looking steak, perfect in time for the big game on Saturday.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is actually a special we're running tonight out at the casino. We always do a prime rib, but then we also do a ribeye steak special on the side too.
Oh,
so.
I can't wait to see. Now you are using, it looks like a cast iron to make your cook your steak.
So we're going to use a cast iron tonight in the kitchen. I'll be in there tonight cooking all these up. We got a great staff in there, but yeah.
It's going to be hard to take some off the top.
Exactly, it'll be for me tonight. So basically all we have here is a better way to cook whenever it's cold outside, you know, so stay indoors. This also is going to seal in a lot of the flavor for the steak, and we're going to finish with some fresh herbs and butter, and it's tasty.
Okay, let's get to it. And I'm really curious, Jeremy, why you like cast iron with steak.
So cast iron, it's just a better way, I feel like, to cook anything. They're so heavy, they hold their heat better. They maintain their heat, so there's a more even cooking all the way across the bottom. So.
Oh, that's great. And does that mean you can do a lower stovetop temperature over it because it heats up evenly, or is that, I mean, I'm just asking.
Of course, no, depending on what you're doing, if you're looking for a high heat sear, if you're looking for cooking long term. And then not only on top of that, but as soon as you're done, it can go straight in the oven and cover it up and cook it in there too. So
that's very cool, because you know a lot of pans, obviously they have the plastic or the rubber endings. You aren't going to put those probably in the oven. So cast iron,
absolutely, it's the way to go.
Good.
So basically, all you're looking for on this is a high heat sear. We'd flip them over, add the fresh herbs and thyme, baste it with a little bit of butter, and it's also a good way this time of year if you got fresh herbs left over and you don't want to throw them away. It's a great way to make a compound butter, and then you can put it in the freezer, put it in the refrigerator, and put it on top of a steak after you cook it later in the year. So,
what do you recommend for ribeye like this as far as cooking temperatures and doneness? Because obviously some people have their preference, but some people, you know, they don't know. What would you recommend with something like this?
Sure. No, the main thing is you want to maintain the juiciness and the integrity of the steak. Well done, sometimes it dries out a little bit and you don't get the full flavor. I like mine anywhere from medium to medium rare.
Okay.
It's just a better way to take care of this high quality of meat. So
yeah, I'm a medium person myself.
Absolutely.
And so you talked about the compound butter. Can you give us just kind of a crash course on how we would do something like that with the thyme and the rosemary?
Sure, it's real simple. A lot of times when I have fresh herbs that are left over and before they go bad, I just rough chop them all up. Add a little bit of extra garlic in there, fold them into some butter. You can even whip it into some butter. You can even add, if you want, some salt to it, get a little seasoning, and then it makes a great dipping butter too for like bread.
And question on the thyme, can you put the stems in there? Because a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take my fingers and kind of go zip up the top of them like that to get them off the stem. Do you put the stems in the butter or no?
No, you can do the zip. That's a technical term. Absolutely.
Yes.
You can do that. You can chop the stems up in it. It's just going to be, if you don't cook them down all the way, it's going to be a little bit funny texture in the food. So.
Well, great. I hope you all have a happy New Year out there at Osage Casino. And where do you find, if I'm a consumer, I'm just out there, where can I just go get a great ribeye, just raw, to cook for New Year's that I can cook up?
I like to shop local. We get all our meat from Reese's when we're shopping for the house. So
oh, really?
One of the best places to go, absolutely.
That's very cool. That's very cool. And do you like to put okay, so you're putting on the butter. At what point do you kind of put that in the pan? Because you don't want to burn it, right?
So I'm just going a little bit early with this just so we can get an idea of what we're doing here. But you can put the butter in at any time because it's going to brown. It's going to help caramelize the meat as well. So it gives it that added flavor, but at the same time it's going to give it the texture and the color.
Well, you know how it works, Jeremy. It's TV. We've sped it up until the very end.
That's right.
Look at this finished product. You can check out more recipes, newson6.com/recipes. And Happy New Year, Jeremy, to you and everybody over there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.